So what I want to talk to you about real general while we're getting people in is this concept of happiness, right? That this idea that to be happy, to be complete and fulfilled and things like that is really a fluid conversation. That happiness is not a stagnant state of being, but rather a fluid state of being, which simply means that you can't reach a point of happiness and expect it to last forever. Because life is fluid and things are fluid, happiness is going to ebb and flow throughout your life, things like that. And I'm going to say that because there's going to come a point, particularly doctoral students in your program, where you're going to have bouts of happiness followed by bouts of unhappiness. And you have to understand that all of these things are going to be together and fluid. You juggle them every day. And to understand happiness, I'm actually going to borrow a little bit of Adlerian psychology. Those of you who studied Adlerian psychology, but the concept of happiness is really evolved around three areas of adult human's life. Indeed, this occupation is one aspect of happiness in life, love and relationships, and then family and friends. And if you think about it, we spend our waking hours involved in one or three of those things during our day. So if you think about your occupation isn't just when you sign on and sign off. When you wake up in the morning and you get out of the bed to get dressed, you are now in a work or occupation related activity, because you wouldn't be doing it to the speed that you're doing it if you didn't have a job. So you're always in this, for the time you wake up, you're in an occupation related activity, even if you're hating it, right? But you're in work from there. So if you're getting up around 5 or 6 a.m. and you start to go get your clothes ready, take your shower, all of these things, you're an occupation related activity, and that can last up until you get off of work and get home and unwind and decompress. So easily, work-related or occupation-related activities can consume 10 or 11 hours of your waking day. Now, once you've got home and you've decompressed, maybe you've changed clothes, got yourself together, now it is family and friends, or it's love and relationships. You're coming home to your wife or your husband. You're coming home to your children. You're dealing with family issues. You call your parents. You talk to friends. You may meet up before you get home. All of those activities now taking place. But they consume then the remainder of your day. And that, if all of those are working on a high cylinder or working very well, you can say you're happy. You're happy with the job you go to every day. You're happy with your love and relationships. You're satisfied in that area of life. You're also satisfied with your state of your friends and family. So at that point, when all three of those things are working very well, you're in a position of happiness. To the converse, let's suppose you coming home and your relationship is either rocky or absent. Now you're not in happiness anymore because one of those areas has decreased. Or worst case scenario, you're in a job that you hate. And I know many of you out there have been there. So you're in a job where you hate. So imagine getting up in the morning to a job you rather not do, and then spend 10 to 11 hours in that. How happy can you be once you come home? How fun can you be with your friends and family? All of those begin to leak into each other. Let's suppose you have a great job, decent relationship, but really no friends and family. So there's something incomplete there. Now, these relationships ebb and flow. Like sometimes you're going to be happy with your job. Sometimes you're going to be happy with your relationships. Sometimes you're going to be happy with your friends and family. So at moments when they're all peaking, that is when you are reaching happiness. And it's a fluid thing. So you have to understand that. And you also have to give yourself grace with it. Now, how does that factor into the talk?